Hello, 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 and welcome to this Let's Play of Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition. I am your host, I am your guide, and sometimes I am your entertainer, Mr. Navadon. And so we are going to begin this journey of this Let's Play through Divinity. And we're going to start off by checking the mod. Make sure, okay, improve hotbar is there, confirm. And we're going to play this game in honor mode. Like I said, so this will be the hardest difficulty the game has. And then it's telling us that it's very, very hard and that you have one save file. And if all your characters die, that one save file will be deleted and it's game over. And we will not let that happen. Because I know we can do this. So, character creation screen. Like I said, I am going to select Losa, and she will be our avatar for this Let's Play. And we are going to select her as a enchanter, as her pre-build. And that's important because I want her to have a two-handed staff. And the way I can get that on the Merryweather is by picking enchanter. Okay, we're going to go to her appearance. Skin color, wheat's fine. I like face 5. Hairstyle 7's fine. I like hair color to be Weaver. And I think she looks a lot like Khaleesi right there. So we're going to go to the build preset. And we're going to start with attributes on top. And we're going to edit that. We're going to take a point out of Constitution, a point out of Intelligence. So we get 3 points total to distribute at level 1. We're going to put a point into Strength. That gives us an extra 10 pounds of carry weight that we can handle. And we're also going to put a point into Wits. And that what that does is it increases our initiative +1. And at 11 Wits, we will go first on the entire ship of the Merryweather. So now we're going to go down to abilities. We're going to keep Hydrosophist because that's what this build will be. And we're going to take a point out of Aerothurge and put a point into Scoundrel. Those are going to be our 2 combat abilities that we start with. Now with civil abilities, you get over a course of a game approximately 7 points. And it takes 5 points to max an ability out. Now, when I have the 4 origin characters as a team, I assign each one a job. And for Losa, her job will be Persuasion. So the first 5 points will go into Persuasion to get that maxed out. So we confirm that. Skills. We're going to take away Rain. I do want Hailstrike. I do want Chloroform. And I do want Adrenaline. And we're going to confirm that. Talents. We're going to stick with Far Out Man. I like it. I know it's not everybody's favorite. Some people say that what a useless perk. But you know what? I like hitting people from far away with her. Tags. She comes with Gesture and Mystic. Those are set. We can't change those. Instrument. I like to give her the Tambura. Okay, now we are ready to listen to her story. This takes 2 minutes, and it gives us our first objectives of the game.
All my life, I've been a performer, a musician, beloved and celebrated by all. But I have a secret. I'm also a playground for sprites and spirits and worse. The voice that rings inside me now is darker than any that came before. Almost caused a bunch of my fans to rip each other to pieces. But you can trust me. I've got this under control. Step 1. Find out who or what is trying to take control of my mind. Step 2. Make it sorry it ever tried.
Okay, now we are complete of the character creation screen, and we're going to start the game. There is going to be a short cutscene, and I will be right back with you after the cutscene.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared, and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead, I became part of their story.
All right, thank you, Wendigo, for that intro. And here we go. We're going to load up onto the deck of the Merryweather.
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry. The sedative will wear off soon enough. Easy now. No need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
Yes, ma'am.
Damn.
All right. Now this is our
Here
hat,
I was hoping my
hat
upstairs
bar,
visitor
hot
was
bar.
just playing tricks on me.
And so we are going to put Losa's special ability is Maddening Song. I don't use this ever, but if someone wants to see it, we can certainly use it later. That maybe we have an appropriate time, I'm not sure. I like to use 3 stacks for the hotbar. Lower one is for skills. Second row is for scrolls. Top row is for grenades and consumables. Okay. So let's go over the gift bags real quick. We get those loaded. I'm not going to use 8 action points. That makes the game a little bit broken and a little bit easy. So the first one I'm going to use is Source Meditation. That is convenient so that I can load up my source whenever I use a bedroll for rest. And I don't have to go back and forth trying to go to the nearest source fountain. It just speeds things up. From the ashes, no. Animal empathy. Yes, we will pick that because there are certain quests that you need the pet pal perk so you can talk to animals. And like all quests, when you complete them, you get XP. So this is important for those quests. Hagglers, yes, we will check this because, like I said earlier, we're going to give a origin character a job of bartering. And when we can stack that skill, then everyone in our group can benefit from that whenever they're trading with an NPC. Next one will be enhanced spirit vision. We will check that one. That way we don't have to keep spamming spirit vision over and over and over again. It just makes the area that you have for spirit vision expand. And next we will be checking Fort Joy Magic Mirror. This way at level 4, when I have all my origin characters, I can respec them to how I want them, because when they allocate the points, it's not what I would do. Sorceress Sundries. This one I would like to check now, but I'm not going to, because some of you might think that it's broken and not fair. What this does is it improves and upgrades your unique equipment. Like, say for instance, if I got like a level 2 unique item, and it wouldn't take very long, I get to level 8 and it's already beyond its usefulness and it's way underpowered, I can enhance that to the level that I'm currently at, and so we'll have all new stats that match that. And so that way those items don't become useless and you just want to sell them off. So, but I could show that if you guys want to. Just leave me a comment and we can add this anytime. Endless Runner. Oh yeah, this is a must because it moves our increases our movement speed by 45%. So we're going to apply. This says warning that with these gift bags on, I cannot get the achievements. The achievements are turned off, and so I won't be able to get them. However, I can get them because I have Script Extender version 59 installed, and so I've tested this, and I will be able to pick up all the achievements as I go along the way with you, and so we can see them together. And so we'll accept. Yeah. We went over that. Okay. So now we're going to load back up on the deck. This will be the tutorial deck. You get absolutely no experience on this deck whatsoever. However, you do get loot. And loot is a huge part of this game. Okay, so Fleetwood, cast it on ourselves. That gives increased movement speed by 45%. Now we can throw it off into the world and be done with it forever.
Junk.
Well, you say that, but I don't. Okay, so right off the get-go, we find some gold. We are completely broke. We have no money. However, we just found 20 gold. So like I said, on this deck, we get absolutely no experience points, but we want to do it for the loot. And what are we looking for? Well, we are looking for armor. Any kind of piece of clothing that's going to give us some armor so that we can escape the ship. Ooh, wheat. That's very good. And we got our first key, and the key unlocks this door. There's a wood pile there. Okay, we're going to grab everything off of this desk. It's crappy loot, I realize, but it's better than nothing. Okay, 2 pressure plates here. We're going to throw the crate on top of that one. We're going to go open this barrel and we get a pocket knife. We're going to equip the pocket knife, put the barrel on the other pressure plate, opens the door. Now we have some oil spilled here. We're going to cross it. It's going to slow us down.
Come here.
We don't really care. Here is an electric discharge scroll. Grab that. That is always there. And so you have a magister here guarding this inmate. Inmate, don't really care. He's whatever. However, the guard, I am going to end up taking him out. Oh, and when I use the pocket knife, so I have the knife in one hand and I got my open hand in the other. And so what I can do is I get this sucker punch skill. And it's pretty useful. It's a very good skill because I'll show you. Okay. So this Magister has 15 HP and he has 0 resistances. So we can use adrenaline here, and we can attack. Attack one more time. Then we can sucker punch him. And because he has no physical armor, he knocks down and then he loses his turn. Now this turn, 3, we need to connect. And we did. Now,
I'm not one to let sleeping dogs lie.
we did that so we can get the key. And the key is to that door. Now you don't have to kill him to get through this door, because in this barrel is always a lockpick. So you could just simply use the lockpick on the door and through you go. However, lockpicks in this game are valuable and you can use them to trade. Kind of like in the Fallout series where they have bottle caps as the currency that you have to trade with. Well, here it's gold and lockpicks as 2. Okay, so we're going to grab this ooze barrel. We just picked up 2 minor healing potions. And we're going to put this candle in this poison, set it on fire, while we wait for that to dissipate. Let's put the key here. 4, 5, 6, 7. We are going to combine the barrel and our pocket knife to add poison damage to our pocket knife. Now, the pocket knife, the 3 to 4 is physical damage. The 1 to 2 poison is magic damage. And we're going to attack this door. Go through it. Now, there's some residual poison here, and you can't really see it, but it's there. And you cross the threshold, and you're poisoned. Okay, on that table, 2 decks of cards. The only reason why I point that out is because they're worth 1 gold piece, and we're going to trade with them.
Nowhere to go but up.
Yes, we're going to leave the tutorial deck. So now we're up top. And we're just grabbing whatever is loose and available. I'm going to search. Get a lot of empty potion bottles. We will use them, so grab them. We need them. Now on this table is a gold cup. You want that because that's worth some gold when we go to trade. Okay, we're going to go open this door.
There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash.
Okay. Now, if an NPC has something to trade with, you're going to see this trade button in the upper left-hand corner. So we click that, and these are the items that they have. And we could trade for these items if we have enough gold. She has absolutely no armor gear, so I don't want any of that stuff. And also she's going to overcharge me like crazy. So we're going to go to talking to this lady and learn a couple little things.
In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
I just want to let you know that the Magister below the decks suffered a fatal encounter.
She frowns and peers at you closely, resting the back of one hand on your forehead and taking your pulse with the other.
Delusions such as these are rare, but not unheard of. I recommend a cup of mulled wine and another night's sleep. Just take it easy.
Why did you collar me?
Why for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens.
Okay.
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fade back into your soul like rain into the earth.
My, look at the concentration on your face. All will, but no result. There you have it. See? The collar's function. It neuters you of sorts. Makes you unable to cast source. For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's.
Huh, that's funny. The last thing I remember was hosting up my 15th pint. Is this a Ramhead's Low?
Don't you dare! If you violate the virtue of my carpet, I'll do a good thing worse and put a collar around your neck.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy. A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good girl, perhaps a cure as well. An end to source. For good.
Okay, so now what we're gonna do is come through the door,
Good gods! There's been a murder here.
close this door. You'll see why in just about 2 minutes. We're gonna loot. That rope is always there. We want to take that. Oh, look, found some shoes. I'm not barefoot anymore. Okay, so now we're going to talk to this magister.
A young magister stands pale and silent. Her knuckles whiten around her weapon as you pass.
She doesn't have any other equipment as far as armor that we could wear. So we're going to end that.
Behind the magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
Wow. What happened in that room?
There's been a murder. A sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting your collar fitted at the time, or you'd be a suspect like the rest of them. Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does.
Did you know the dead man?
It's a small ship. His name was Fane. Oddball. Looked to me like he saw something he wished he hadn't before he came here. We'll find out who did it, one way or another.
Okay, so now we're going to go into this room and talk to Waters.
No indications of a struggle.
When you hover over an item and it's red like that, that means that if whatever there is in their possession and you take it, then that is stealing. And what would happen then is if I got caught stealing with these three magisters right here, they would go aggro and they would come after me and they would win pretty quickly, and this would be the shortest walkthrough in Divinity history. So we are going to talk to Waters and not steal. Okay. She has a pair of pants. And I also like to grab the long branches for trading. She has tomato soup. Don't want that. So 16. Yeah, we'll just start unloading some of this crap. What else we got? Lid, 3 buckets, and another bucket. There we go. We'll take that.
Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this.
Why did you let me get so close to the crime scene? For all you know, I could be the killer.
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course.
No, that's a trick I haven't quite mastered.
I thought as much. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that?
Okay, I'll let you know if I find anything interesting.
Thanks. I just want to catch whoever did this before they hurt anyone else.
Okay, so do you want to grab that poetry book? It's worth 1 gold.
It seems as though there's a pattern in
All right, we're gonna find our first tool of the game
Boring.
right here. Now there's a few tools, not a ton, but you're gonna want to keep them for the entire game. And so we want this bedroll. We click on it and we get the rested bonus. And you can see it gives us 3 extra perks or points to our abilities. And also on round 1, we can't be blind, crippled, or knocked down. So it's pretty good. Now we're going to go back to looting. Going to run all the way down here. We want to go into the pantry. For that, we got the greasy key that's right here. It's kind of hidden. Open the door. Let him in.
Junk.
Well, I don't know. It is kind of junk. You're kind of right there, Losa. Okay, this restoration scroll is always in this barrel. We got a herring. Okay, I'm going to quickly look at my inventory and make some of the stuff that I know is absolute garbage. We're going to make it wares. Wares is, we're just telling it it's junk. And all we want to do is get rid of it. Not have it in our inventory. Because this right now is a mess. And it's going to be that way until we can finally get to a vendor and sell most of this crap off. Okay, so good enough for now. Let's talk to Victor.
I'm busy watching for clues, sorcerer. Go take your sub-story somewhere else.
So we have pants. I don't need a second pair yet. Speaking of that, let's equip those pants. Now these pants are for this deck are good because you can see the star is 0.1 movement, so we can go a little bit farther during our turn.
It was one of them.
All right.
Know it.
Now, surprisingly, these 2 dwarves are at the table, right? And they got their drinks in front of them. Well, we can take their drinks away, just like this. It's not stealing, and they don't get pissed off. It's crazy, right? Normally they'd be like, hey, what are you doing? But
Get you one of them. A divine order loyal. They killed a sorcerer, you know. They'll hide the evidence well enough, but make no mistake.
okay, we check his gear. Nothing we want. And we're going to do the same thing with the cook. She's right here. And the Red Prince right here is giving her a bad time, like, because she can't make what he wants. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take all of her pots and pans away, just like this. And that way she can't make him anything.
I spent my life singing for my slaves to bring me my supper.
Finer fare than boiled roots and rotten tubers, too. Meanwhile, the Magisters feast on honeyed meat behind this very wall. The indignity.
Yes, the indignity. Okay. Now we're going to talk to this Magister right here. No, he doesn't have any gear that we want.
Losa. My name is Losa.
Well, you aren't here on my list. Scram, eh? We're trying to catch a killer here.
So we got a sack here. We'll check that. We got another bucket there. Now let's talk to this Magister. Magister paid.
Here's the register, ma'am. Good, good. Magister Williams is just about done with the last passenger. You faring okay so far?
Yeah, I feel fine.
I'm glad to hear it. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
Okay, we are not going to go running right in. Because you can see Wendigo right here, the lady from the beginning, and she's cornered by 3 magisters that are questioning her. And if you think that she might have had something to do with the murder, well, you would be right. She does. So, XP. What are we doing next? We are going to start a great big fight. And we want to start a great big fight because the more magisters that are aggroed into this fight, the more XP we get. So to do that, we've got to first do a hill strike incoming, and we go on to hit 2 magisters at once. So now you can see up here that I have activated these first 2 magisters. They are aggroed towards me and they want to take me out. So, now everybody got aggroed. So we've got the magister here with the source hound, and we're going to take the long way around, but we're headed back to that door. That's where we want to escape to. So let's do adrenaline, and then we'll run. And this is why you want a little bit extra movement in those pants so that you can go a little bit farther. And we're going to go all the way to there. Now these magisters are hell-bent on me, so they're going to want to try to get me. And you can see Waters just got aggroed as well, and so now she's in the fight as well. Now this fight kind of takes a little bit of time because we got so many characters involved. But you can see we have all the origin characters on this deck, and the yellow means that they're neutral, and they're not angry at us. They're gonna fight the magisters. Okay, that's Fane. A little spoiler alert: he is undead. However, he is an elf right now due to he has the mask of the shapeshifter, and so he turned himself into an elf to kind of hide his appearance. And that is Beast, and his special ability is Petrified. So now this dog is completely petrified and will lose his turn. The crazy thing is, you got Fane and you've got the Red Prince, who love fire. Almost slipped. And so they like to start fires all over the place here. And it's like, you want to tell them, guys, this ship is made of wood. Don't you know that when you set the wood on fire, it's gonna sink? I don't know. Okay, back to my turn. So like I said, we want to get through this door. We want to get those guys aggroed into this fight as well. I've got a pretty safe passage to go right there. So my next turn, what I want to do is get to that threshold of the door. Poor sheep. Just running around like, what the hell's going on, guys? Yeah, there they go. More fire. And a fireball. More fire. Oh. See what that magister did? He crossed the threshold. So he aggroed them himself. Kind of helps me, actually. So now you can see Wendigo here. And so she's in the character slots up here for the fight, and so her turn's coming up. Gil, poor Gil. He is almost dead. Now, if Gil dies, it's okay because he's not, detrimental to this. All right, here goes Wendigo. She's gonna cast Source Blast, and yeah, spell is amazing. It is awesome. However, we will never be able to use it. It doesn't exist. Why, you say? Well, look, it's kind of overpowered. All right, so all the Magisters were killed that were in this fight in aggroed, and so because of that, we got the XP for it. And so right now we're sitting at 1375 XP, and that is perfect. That's the most we can have right now. So we're gonna go through and we're gonna loot everyone. Even if it's crap. Even if it's crap, we're gonna take it. Because we can use it for money later. Alright, so now we can examine Finn's body. And we can take this chunk of flesh. Spoiler alert, this is a quest item. We will be using it later. Much later, but we will be using it and we want to hang on to it. Okay, so we're going to go back here. Magister Swain was... she's knocked down unconscious. She was not killed, so we got to finish the job. Almost there. Just a few more hits. There we go. 100 XP. Grab her loot. Let's keep on keeping on. Okay, there's a Magister there. The sheep was also killed. And he has some raw mutton. Okay, Magister Victor. Yep, that's good. Okay, go back through the door. Look in this desk. Now on this table, what do you want to grab? Well, let's grab the red snapper. Let's grab the chub. And the bottles of wine. There are 4. Grab the cheese bread and grab the ham and the pumpkin soup. Search the Magisters. Okay, this is the chest with the confiscated goods. Open that. This is what we want, the improvised staff. We are going to equip that. Pick up our pocket knife. And we are going to use barrel and the staff. Oops, actually I clicked the wrong thing. Okay. Okay. Now, find that with the staff. There we go. So now we have a staff that we added poison damage to it as well. Alright, now we're going to go do this display case. There's one more bottle of wine in there. And we're going to go upstairs. Okay, grab the water barrel. You can put the fire out. Search these 2. There's a log. We will use logs for crafting. Gold cup in here. You can use that for trading later. We're gonna go through this door.
Not long before
Another.
this thing snaps into splinters.
There's another source hound right there. Check this chest. Pumpkin, we get a knockdown arrow. Alright, we're going to move the chest. And we're going to put the chest right there. We're going to smack him in the face with it. Then we're going to do an incoming hill strike. And then we're going to... go to skills. Damn it. Here we go. Alright, try this one more time. Incoming. Now we got him aggroed. And now we're gonna fire. Oh, I missed. That sucks. Okay, chloroform. See, he doesn't have any magic armor, so he can't resist that. So we're gonna shoot him again. And now, because he's standing in water, he's shocked. And poison. Oh, now he's stunned. I'm going to do another incoming. To where he is frozen. Oh, that's blocked. Go this way just a little bit. Chloroform again. Alright, this next turn should take care of it. A lot of work for 25 experience points. He does the electric slide. He's a quick learner. Gives me an eyeball. I'm going to pick that up and add that to wares. You can use that to craft a scroll with, but it's more valuable as it's just an item. Okay, let's attack the door. We do have a lockpick. I could pick the lock to this door, but I want to preserve that lockpick for training later. And one more hit. Alright. Door down. Okay, so I am over encumbered. So what we're going to do is this ooze barrel, we're going to drop it now. You can see it weighs 60 pounds. So we will drop that. Now my carry weight's 53 out of 110. So we will do a quick little pre-buff. And then there's two magisters right here. We want to aggro them.
Thank the gods.
He eyes the collar circling your neck and reaches a hand.
Another sorcerer!
And we're going to draw our weapon.
He leaps to attention and
So now we're in a fight. So incoming on this guy, he's the guy behind, but he's got 11 magic armor. We want to strip that away. Now they're both chilled, but not frozen. It just means their movement speed is lowered. We're going to use adrenaline, and I'm going to fire the staff. Try to hit the guy in the back. Oh, did, and he does the electric slide. He's a quick learner as well. And we'll see how this guy picks it up. Yep. He picked it up as well. So here we go. We're going to search them. Now we're going to search this bookcase. There's always a resurrection scroll there. They may come in handy later. Hopefully not, but maybe. Okay, I'm going to just keep on looting. This ranger has my first bow. That could be the reason why he died. I don't know. Can't really ask him. Okay, we're going to grab the barrel and put the fire out. And then we want this key. Why? Because that key goes to that door. And so, why does this door have a skull mark on it.
Something's pounding on the hull.
It's because, see these barrels in the background? These are barrels of death fog.
The marking on the door was painted recently, judging from its pungent scent. You don't recognize the symbol, but it's clearly warning you away. You press your palm against the door to open it. The wood feels neither cold nor warm, but simply grey. The color drains from your hand, and you are left numb.
We're going to pull the door open.
It doesn't budge.
Okay, then we're going to use our key.
The door groans open, but an ashen shadow clouds your mind.
Okay, so now we're in. So now this Voidwoke has just smashed all those barrels open and released all the death fog that was in those barrels. Now, why am I explaining this? It is because there is a Inquisitor right here, and if I were to go search him, I would enter that death fog, and it would be game over, and then that would make this the quickest in history walkthrough. So there's this guy that we can search too. I don't like it. We're going to avoid that. But if you have an undead character, undead can walk in there. Yeah, if like say Fane is your starting your avatar, then he can walk right through it and you could loot those bodies. But I do not. I have Losa. Okay, so go through, close the door, search these two barrels behind the door. Pumpkin. Good. Now, we are going to do a pre-buff here. So we're going to get some encouragement. Then we're going to use the bedroll. And up we roll.
We need to get off this ship.
So, that Magister just got whipped by a Voidwoken. And so we have two vicious Voidlings right here. We're going to say, I want to freeze you, Bull. We're going to shoot the right one with the Staff of Magus. Okay. Now they're frozen, so they lose a turn. Shoot him again. Well, he didn't get stuck. So we're going to go down the ladder. Oh, they both slipped. That's too bad. That means they lose their turn. And look at that. That one was stunned. Oh, now I got my Hell Strike back. Oh, they're both frozen. One down. Two down. So we're going to search this knight for this fireball scroll. We're going to use it in 30 seconds. Let's loot the vicious voidlings. Okay, now we're going to go to sneak mode right here, and then you can see the edge of our sneak limits. We want to go right to this edge right there. And then so we will get revealed, but that's okay. There are two Magisters right here. In same scenario, we want to get them aggro towards us. So that fireball scroll that we just found. Shoot. No. Look, now we're in a fight. Uh-oh. What are we gonna do? Well, we're gonna walk towards them. They died. By the Voidwoken. The Voidwoken made an explosion, burned the whole deck up there. So we leveled up. We are now level 2. And so we get another point for our civil ability. And that is going to go to persuasion. Because that's Los's job. And we got 2 points. You get 2 points per level up. So these 2 points are going to go into intelligence. We want to max that out. And so that'll be at 40. So we got a long ways to go. The combat ability, we get 1 point for that for every level up. I'm going to hold off on spending that point now. I will do so later. I kind of like to see what kind of equipment I get as far as rings and what I may need to put points into for that. So we're going to call that good for now as far as the level up goes. We're going to grab the rope. Search here. Now this is fire. Yeah, we're going to catch ourselves on fire. So we're going to run really quickly. And we want this improvised wand of fire. Let's heal ourselves back up. Go back down. And there's a crate right there. Let's search that. Okay, lifeboat.
A lifeboat! That means there's still a chance.
Shut your trap, kid. Children and dwarfs first, just like the old stories say.
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby ropes to no avail.
You said there were other people down there. We need to help them.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
You're a yellow-bellied coward. You'll return to the lower deck and check for survivors.
Thank you, thank you, thank you! There's a ladder right over there. You can go straight down.
You're gonna be the death of us, you hear?
Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to go down the ladder right here. Okay, now we're going to pre-buff again. And we're going to run to the right side.
If you can walk, get yourself up the ladder. There's a... Wait! Voidwoken!
Okay, so now we have 4 more of these Voidwoken hatchlings. And each one is worth 75 points for a total of 300. So the reason why I go on this side is because here we just have 1. The other side there's 2. So he is frozen. He is frozen like a popsicle. And now he's dead. We'll just end our turn. So now all the origin characters have regained consciousness, and they help us with this Voidling fight. So we don't have to do all the work. Not that they're very hard.
I've faced worse.
Let the games begin.
That's such a cool skill that Seville has. Yeah, with her doing the backstab like that, she always gets a crit. One down. Alright, so let's just run over here. Oh. Okay, he has some giblets. And that's all they'll have on them, if they have that at all, is giblets. And when we get to land, I'll show you what we do with those.
They smell even worse than dead and alive.
More fire.
Let's head above decks for some air.
Let's not tarry. This old tub.
So now we follow them back up the stairs. They're all gonna jump into the lifeboat, and we don't get in the lifeboat. We get knocked out.
Gods, that thing! There's no time!
And so now we have a cutscene, and I will see you on the beach.
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Oriven.
Okay,
Well,
here we
you're
are.
right
We
about one thing.
washed up on the
First
beach.
comes Source, then comes Voidwoken. Am I the lone survivor? Well, thanks, disembodied voice.
Okay, this statue of Brachus Rex is our first waypoint. And we find a sweeper. Jump. And in this vase, there's always this bowstring. I sell it, but you can use it to make a bow if you want.
The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown of his head. He spots you, and his arms snap to his sides.
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
You are correct about that. Okay, so you can check his inventory like I just did, and sometimes, in a rare occasion, he will have a ring. And if you have the thievery skill, you could steal it. But as I said in the intro, I am not stealing other than a couple of consumables that I need for potions. Now, we are going to pick this book up for wares. You could learn about shivs. Okay, Sir Laura.
Another giant. My word.
This is something I'm going to dismiss. I'm not going to use him.
Wide shadow and be safe.
Our shields
Shoot him away. Yes, dismiss the squirrel. There he goes. Short rock and a shell. I want to pick up a few shells. What you can do with shells is make improvised staves. Okay, here's Red Prince. You could recruit Red Prince if you like as one of your companions. I am not. He is one that I'm going to skip.
This again.
I find his dialogue a little bit annoying. So I don't really use him much. But, you know, there are lots of people that love him.
Kitty. Hey, kitty, kitty.
Okay, the cat. You want the cat to meet your avatar first, so that the cat will follow your avatar. Yeah, I can't talk today. And that way, when you escape Fort Joy, you will get 1,400 experience points just so that your cat escapes with you. You'll see. Okay, I picked up that shovel because it's another one of those tools that you're going to want to keep with you for the entire game. Here, we have a campfire. So you combine that with one of our many kitchen pots. Combine it, and we get a cooking station. So why a cooking station? Well, we can take our giblets, combine that, and we get a dinner. Take our 2 hams, combine those. We also get a dinner. The herring, put that in there. That's also a dinner. The egg makes a dinner. Don't have any raw meat. That would be a dinner as well as the mutton. Makes a dinner. So now we have 6 dinners. Put them down. So what's so good about a dinner? Well, as you can see, it adds 2 to strength and heals 20%. Not bad. Okay. Now we're going to run over towards the hidden alcove.
What's this?
You know it
I found something.
because it's kind of bluish behind the vines. And you got this rock. Okay, we found a hidden stash. You can find this even with 0 wits. Okay, so we open the dusty pouch. There is leather armor. We're going to equip that. We also get our first unique item, the Darling Bow. And we'll pick that up. We're going to also grab this bag. Pouch. Put that there. Okay. So now we're going to check this crate, and then we're going to go into the hidden alcove.
I wonder where this leads.
And we're going to find Fane here, hovering over this dead human. And we will go through this dialogue in the next video at episode 2. So this will complete episode 1. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for coming along. And I can't wait to keep going. All right. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.